In this video, I'm going to show you how you can begin to drill and improve your footwork, your head movement, and striking all at the same time. And it's using a simple rope. I've used this rope before for cardio lion's den drill, where you tie it on the bottom and you jump over it for time or for reps. In this case, you can tie a rope at an eye level between two stationary points, and you can use it to train your footwork and head movement at the same time, as well as introducing striking as you're moving and as you are moving your body and using your head movement and moving up the center line at the same time. So all you need to do is find two stationary points where you can tie a rope to one to the other. I had these two bars that I tied between. I've done it where I put one piece of rope in the door and then take the other and tie it to a piece of furniture. So anything where you can tie the rope between 2 points and it's at the eye level. I also moved the camera a little further back so you can see what the feet are doing, because this drill includes footwork, movement, and the footwork part is very important because they're going to be moving forward, moving back, using lateral movement, as well as bobbing and weaving at the same time. So all that combined, you need to see the entire body mechanics, what the feet are doing, what the body's doing, and what my hands are doing. So I have the rope tied. It's actually a little lower, right at the jaw, at the chin level, instead of my eye level. So the key here is using your body, using your feet to get yourself angles, to get yourself into new positions so you can strike from. So start off slow, just with feet moving forward, moving backwards. So the movement here is, there's a forward shuffle from fighter's footwork, and there is a backward shuffle from fighter's footwork. So by starting off, just moving forward, moving backwards, aware of the center line, and imagine that this is where the trajectory of a punch is going to be. So you're just kind of aware as you're moving forward and as you're moving back where that punch will be. And then you go to the other side and do the same thing. Forward shuffle, backward shuffle. Just moving forward, moving backwards. And you just do that for time, for reps. Then you introduce the bob and weave, where you step to the side, forward, and you do it to the other side. And you forward, to the side, forward, to the side. So this movement introduces you moving forward or moving backwards, while also dipping your head down and repositioning yourself off the center line to one side, to the other side. And you're going to be doing that forward as well as backwards. So you're moving forward. Once you reach one point, you're going to be going backwards. Here the key is you don't want to lean forward. You're not doing this. You need to be using your body, and you squat, bob and weave with your legs, and you bring the body down. And you can see, you can move off the center line to get that little extra angle, but you're not rotating your body down while your legs are straight up. You need to be utilizing your legs. Just like with punching, for power, you're going to be using your body to rotate. Your legs are rotating. Same here. You're squatting down and going underneath the rope. And then you can introduce you moving off a little bit to the side to get a little extra angle. Also, when you're moving forward and backwards, the key here is when I'm moving forward, I am stepping off to the side and forward. I'm not going to the side. I could though, but I want to gain a little bit more distance. So I am going forward and at an angle to the side. I'm ducking under, using my legs. Once I reach this point, I'm going to go laterally. Stepping with my right foot in orthodox and going across lateral. So the first forward movement is forward and to the side. When I go into the other side, to my right from orthodox, I'm just going lateral movement. So I'm going forward angle, side, forward angle, side, forward angle, side, forward angle, side. And then when I'm going backwards, I'm reversing that movement. I'm going under, lateral, and I'm moving backwards as I'm stepping back at an angle. Lateral, back at an angle. Lateral, back at an angle. And I'm repeating that back and forth. Forward, side, forward, side, forward, side. And then reversing it when I'm going backwards. Side, back and forward angle. Side, back at an angle. And I'm just going back and forth. Move backwards at an angle, lateral. Backwards at an angle, lateral. So you have your forward shuffle, backward shuffle on each side, So you're kind of aware of where that center line is and where your opponent is, and then you do the side step forward, lateral, moving forward, and you're doing the same thing but reverse, going backwards, lateral, backwards angle, lateral, backwards angle. Then you can combine the two, where you go forward shuffle and then either lateral step to the side or forward lateral step to the side, and then you go backwards, lateral, forward, lateral, backwards, lateral, forward, lateral, backwards, lateral. And picking up speed, you can pick up speed as you get the movement down, then you can pick up speed and combine certain movements together into more of a flowing drill. Stick with this first. You got a lot of work, a lot of repetitions you need to put in before you introduce punching. So in the Fighters Footwork program, I go into detail for the 5 footwork movements you need to implement before we add in strikes. And this is a great way to begin to drill these. Simple rope, that's it. Old school training. So in addition to moving forward with the forward shuffle, backward shuffle, the forward step at an angle, lateral bob and weave, and combining with backwards movement but reversed, you can have your pivots. One of the best footwork movements you can utilize. This moves you into a new position and gets you an angle. So implementing the pivot is pretty simple. You can implement forward shuffle until you reach the end, then you do a lateral step forward as you're bobbing and weaving, and as you do that, when you come back up, you pivot and do the same thing moving back. In this case, it's a little bit more difficult because you're going to be stepping and pivoting to the other side, or you can just do a backward shuffle, lateral movement to the other side, and continue. So it's like a moving forward, moving back drill. So here's how this would look like with no punching, just footwork. Forward, step, angle, pivot, backwards, lateral, forward, step, angle, pivot, backwards, lateral, and just repeat that 4 rounds or 4 repetitions. So for the entire drilling session, just focus on footwork alone. In another part of this, I will introduce you to striking, to kind of use striking at the same time as you're moving. But this entire drilling session, I'm simply focused on footwork. Just being aware of my body mechanics. Hands up, staying loose and relaxed, chin down. Moving forward, being light on my feet, and using the Fighters Footwork, everything that I covered in that program, and just drawing. Then you can introduce lateral movement. Another good piece of movement to do is just face the rope, pretend that your opponent, that's their center line, and you're just moving, maintaining distance, because now you have something that's right in front of you, and you're just going back and forth, lateral movement. Going to one side, go to the other, back and forth, randomly, switch directions, in the middle, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then back and forth. Kind of breaking rhythm. Go to the other side to switch things up. Keeping your hands up, shoulders in, lateral movement. Quickly switching directions. When your feet get tired, go back, box or shuffle, and relax. Fantastic movement, fantastic drill. This is where you put in the repetitions. This is where you're aware of your body mechanics. This is where you drill the muscle memory of forward shuffle, backward shuffle, lateral movement, just to one side, bow and lean at the same time. Forward angle, going backwards, and just kind of going back and forth. Maybe slowing things down. At other times, picking things up. So in another part of this, I'll focus on what you need to do to implement this foundation. This right here, just the footwork alone, with striking, and what I do when I drill on the rope using footwork, or you just saw, along with striking. That's going to be another video that I'll end up doing. But first, do this. And before you even get to do this, because you're utilizing footwork movement at the same time you are using your body and dipping. Make sure you know your 5 footwork movements. In the Fighters Footwork program, I cover these 5 that you absolutely need to know. Just 5, that's all you need. But these 5 movements are crucial. So I'm going to show you what to do, how to do them, and then also in the same program, I show you how to strike at the same time. So that program covers everything you need to know for Fighters Footwork. And with the introduction of this, you will begin to elevate your footwork, and then eventually you will elevate your footwork with striking and moving your head, moving your body off the center line, utilizing head movement at the same time. So the Fighters Footwork program is available right now. I will see you in there.